These two teams met back on April the 26th with Breckinridge County taking a 10-0 victory in 5 innings. It'll be the Grayson County Lady Cougars trying to snap a losing streak and get revenge from that game from a couple of weeks ago tonight as we make the trip up to Hardinsburg, taking the K105 Digital Productions crew on the road for the Grayson County Lady Cougars and the Lady Tigers of Breckinridge County. And a good evening and welcome to Breckinridge County as we're in Hardinsburg right now. We're not on campus, so we are at one of the local city parks as we will be bringing you coverage of tonight's game here from Hardinsburg, KY. As we appreciate you taking the time here to tune in to tonight's broadcast on the pregame show. We will be bringing you just a look at both teams. We'll give you tonight's starting lineups, and we will look at next week's district tournament as the tournament bracket has been set. We will be looking at that here coming up in just a moment. This is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
Ralph's Market, just 10 minutes from Nolin Lake and the center of the Nolin community. They have something for everyone. When you're hungry, stop in to enjoy Ralph's full line of hot deli or their new pizza options. If you're headed to the lake, Ralph's has you covered with bait and tackle, as well as the gas to get you there. Always guaranteed to be greeted with a smile in this family-oriented atmosphere. Call 270-242-9339 or stop by any day of the week from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Ralph's Market.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Sam Gormley here with you from Hardinsburg, Kentucky, where tonight the Grayson County Lady Cougars are taking on a third region foe from just up the road in the Lady Tigers of Breckinridge County. Sam Gormley here back with you for the coverage. And next week is the regular season for the Lady Cougars. This is only the second to last game, as tomorrow they will travel to Hancock County to wrap up the regular season. And that will be it. And then coming up on Tuesday, as we'll take a look here at the district tournament standings. As if you see here, so this is the district tournament that will be held at GCHS next week. As you will see that Grayson County will be taking on Butler County. So the Lady Cougars tied Edmonson County in the district. And via a coin flip, Edmonson County won that. So Edmonson County is the 3 seed and will play Whitesville Trinity in the district tournament. So the Lady Cougars will play at home against the number 1 seed Butler County. That game is scheduled for Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. So again, the Lady Cougars will play Butler County Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. All games of the district tournament this year will be held at the Lady Cougar Softball Complex. The second game will be between the Lady Raiders and the Lady Cats of Edmonson County. And obviously the winners of each game will meet on Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the district championship game. Well, also next week begins the the KHSAA baseball tournament, as we'll also take a look at that as your Grayson County Cougars are the number 1 overall seed in the 12th district, finishing with that record of 5-1. And the sweep over Butler County last week was what set them up for that number 1 overall seed. They will play the host Whitesville Trinity. That game will be Monday at 5:30 p.m. And as of right now, we are still working on logistics, but we should be up for a broadcast here on Facebook, an audio-only broadcast that will be on Facebook beginning at Whitesville Trinity. Barring a change of whatever it might be out of our control, we will be up in Whitesville for the Lady Cougars and the Lady Raiders. Game 2 of that will be between Butler County and Edmonson County. That will follow that game. First pitch is scheduled at 7:30, and then the winner of each game will meet back the next night on Tuesday at 6 p.m. for the 12th District Championship games. So those are a look at the 12th District tournaments, as it is tournament time, and it's crazy to think that I think we have what, about a week left in school as the year is coming down in what has been an exciting 2018-19 sports season for Grayson County High School. Coming up, we'll give you a little breakdown on each team between Breckinridge County and the Lady Cougars. This is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook. Watch.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Breckinridge County enters this game with a record of 15-14. They are 1-3 in the 11th district, but in this 11th district, you have one of the better teams in this region in Meade County, as they have been 2 of Breckinridge County's district losses, and then they split against Hancock County. So that's it. And usually, who you would have the 4th team that is in basketball is Cloverport. They do not have a softball program. Breckinridge County started off the season rough, but ever since just about the middle of April, they've really turned it on, and since that point, they've only lost 2 games dating back to April the 23rd. One was a loss to Meade County, and the other one was a loss just the other night right here at home against Ohio County. So it's been, but since that point, though, you're looking, and the key that you see with this Breckinridge County team is a lot of offense. As a team, they're hitting just under 400. They have 17 home runs, and they have knocked in 230 runs. So they score a lot, and you're going to be seeing a lot of offense here in this game, and it's going to be the Lady Cougars that are going to have to try and slow down this offense here to try and pull off a little bit of an upset here on the road at Breck County. The Lady Cougars season has been quite the opposite. They started off rough with an 0-4 streak, started to turn it around and maybe think that this might be the turning point for the team, as they had a record of 3-5 at one point, but since that point, when they were 3-5, they have gone 2-18. As it has been a season to forget for Lady Cougar fans, and tonight they're going to try and end the season here on a better note, and no better way to do it than beating one of your big rivals from the north in Breckinridge County, and then tomorrow taking on a Hancock County team, as these are both teams that beat you at home, so the revenge is in the air. And nothing better than beating a team that beat you earlier in the year. We'll have more here coming up, hopefully some starting lineups, as we have the Lady Cougars starting lineup, so we will at least bring that to you, but we're still waiting on Breckinridge County's. That'll be coming up here on Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, everything is starting to look nice again. Your home should too. Call Nick's Power Clean for all your soft wash and cleaning needs. Nick can make your house shine from top to bottom, offering soft wash system for homes, shingle roof cleaning, concrete scrubbing, gutter cleaning, brightening vinyl fences, and more. Call 270-230-2776 to get your home looking great again. Once again, that's Nick's Power Clean at 270-230-2776.
I'm that guy, the one who never finished high school. Worked for a company that shut down. That guy who felt lost. Then I started free adult education classes. Saw an opportunity. Forget minimum wage. How about maximum wage? And now, I'm that guy.
Text My Job to 74700 for free Kentucky Adult Education Skills U classes.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
Let's take a look at your starting lineup first for the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight, which is your Grayson County Lady Cougars. Leading off and playing center field will be Kenzie Renfro. Batting second and pitching is Lindsay O'Neill. Batting third at shortstop is Maddie Duvall. Batting fourth in catching is Bailey Snyder. Batting 5th in right field is Rachel Snyder. And batting 6th in left field is Jenna Nash. Batting 7th at second base is Shelby Davis. Batting 8th at third base is Lauren Stevenson. And batting 9th in the designated player is Erin Ashley. In place of her in the field is Reagan Cave, who is the first baseman here tonight. Once more, the starting lineup for the Lady Cougars. Renfro leading off in center, O'Neill pitching, Duvall at short, Snyder, Bailey Snyder is catching, Rachel Snyder at right, Nash in left field, Davis at second, Stevenson at third, the designated player is Ashley, and Cave will be at first base. So that'll be coming up here and more as this is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
At the core,
You've probably heard, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They were referencing the Litchfield Peddler. This indoor flea market has over 100 booths full of clothing, furniture, antiques, collectibles, and more. With a convenient drive-through for a complete line of tobacco products, the Litchfield Peddler really is your one-stop shop. The Litchfield Peddler. You never know what you're going to get. Call 270-259-9941 or stop in the store. 311 West White Oak Street, located across the street from Litchfield City Hall.
at the core of most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Hey, I'm returning your stuff. Your motor oil, your paint, and all your other trash. You dumped it on the ground and it washed down the storm drain and into my water. Don't let it happen again. Or next time, I won't be so nice.
Stop polluting Kentucky's water by keeping trash off the ground. To find out how you can help, visit our website.
Ralph's Market, just 10 minutes from Nolin Lake and the center of the Nolin community. They have something for everyone. When you're hungry, stop in to enjoy Ralph's full line of hot deli or their new pizza options. If you're headed to the lake, Ralph's has you covered with bait and tackle, as well as the gas to get you there. Always guaranteed to be greeted with a smile in this family-oriented atmosphere. Call 270-242-9339 or stop by any day of the week from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Ralph's Market.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Welcome back here to Breckinridge County as the Lady Cougars are taking on here the Fighting Tigers of Breckinridge County as these two teams met back just a little bit ago, back on April the 28th or 26th, and it was a 7-0 victory for Breck County in that game. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams can match up here again as it's the rematch, and hopefully that the Lady Cougars will be able to come back and take down here Breck County, and they need a win in the worst kind of way. As we will give you the starting lineup as it just was delivered to me here from Breck County, so I'm just writing it down right now as I talk. So let's bring it to you here. Leading off is, so we have number 18, Bailey Castor. She will be playing third base. Batting second in center field is number 8, Chloe Peterson. Batting third, the shortstop is Keely Bowman. Batting fourth, the catcher is Morgan Tabor. Batting fifth, the designated player for tonight is number 6, Ashlyn White. Batting sixth, the pitcher is Brianna Parr. Batting seventh, the left fielder is Chloe Denner. As I'm trying to get first names as I write here. So batting eighth, the first baseman is Amber Miller. And batting ninth and playing right field is Savannah Young. Jada Critchlow will be the designated player playing. She will be taking second base for Breck County today. So once more, the lineup for Breck County, I'll go through and give it to you a little bit quicker here. Castor at third, Peterson in center, Bowman at short, Tabor behind the plate, White is the designated player, Parr is pitching, Denner at left field, Miller is first, and Young is playing right field with Critchlow being the designated player at second base. That's the starting lineup for Breck County. As are we getting ready to get underway? It looks like we are going to jump right into coverage here from tonight's game, as they are not waiting for anything. I guess actually it is 5:32. So we got the lineup laid up here, so it kind of is putting us in a little bit of a pinch, but we are ready to go. So your starting pitcher again tonight for Breck County is Brianna Parr. So it'll be Kenzie Renfro leading off for the Lady Cougars. So she will step in trying to get things underway. Renfro, the junior center fielder. And the first pitch is a ball, and that is how our game gets underway here tonight. Our official start time, 5:32. Here, and it is toasty. It's not too absolutely terrible, but we've had cooler temperatures for sure. Second pitch is a ball as well, and that'll make our count go to 2 balls here and no strikes. So here comes the 2-0 pitch here. Brianna Parr for Breckinridge County is the junior pitcher. And a called strike on the inside corner. Parr in the season, this is her 17th appearance in a game, her 12th start. She has a 4.09 ERA, 37 walks, 59 strikeouts. She's 7-5 with 1 save on the season as well. And Renfro lines one down the right field line, foul. That'll even up our count here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here will come the break-even pitch. Coming from the junior pitcher, junior on junior, it's inside. And Kenzie Renfro makes this count go full here, the first batter of the game. It's exactly, I think, what the Lady Cougars needed. A good start, something that they have struggled with at times here this season. And here comes the full count pitch, and Renfro fouls this one off behind the plate, and we'll do it over again. So we'll give you the defensive lineup here for Breckinridge County in just a moment. As here comes the full count pitch again. And it's ball, and Kenzie Renfro works a leadoff walk. And nice start there offensively for the Lady Cougars, and now go to the pitcher, Lindsay O'Neill. So your lineup here in the field for Breckinridge County in left field, Denner, in center field, Peterson, and in right field, Young. O'Neill shows bunt. Renfro goes halfway in between first and second, but stops right there. And a called strike is how we get started here to the pitcher for tonight for the Lady Cougars, and that is Lindsay O'Neill, junior pitcher, trying to get the Lady Cougars going on the board. Renfro's off, and it's fouled down the left field line. And that'll make our count go to no balls here and 2 strikes. The head coach for Breckinridge County is Brad Hockenberg in his second season. He's 26-28 overall. On the other end and standing down at third base is Eddie Anderson. He's the head coach for the Lady Cougars. and he is in his second season as well as the head coach of this Lady Cougar program. And that one's fouled off behind the plate. Staying alive is O'Neill, and the catcher Tabor was trying to catch it off the wall, almost looking like she was going to try and make a play on it. The 0-2 pitch is a fly ball hit back into left field. The left fielder is back at the track, and it's off the wall. And here comes Renfro. Will go into third base, standing up in a leadoff double from Lindsay O'Neill, as she couldn't have hit that one much further, as the left fielder Denner went back, and it went all the way to the base of the wall. And I think she, at the last second, thought the ball was going to cross the fence. So O'Neill just misses a home run, and that'll put runners on second and third, and we're going to have a courtesy runner here coming in. And it'll be number 16, Addie Bratcher, who will run at second base for the pitcher Lindsay O'Neill. So it will be Maddie Duvall trying to get the Lady Cougars on the board first here. So our umpire was waiting to make sure that he marked Bratcher there at second, and we're ready to go. Pitch is high and outside for ball one. Lady Cougars enter this game with a record of 5-23. They finished 1-5 in the 12th district. Breckinridge County enters game with a record of 15-14. They are 1-3 in the 11th district is how they finished. The 1-0. Called strike, low and inside to even up the count here at 1 ball and 1 strike. This might be our best vantage point for a softball game that we've had so far this season. Right behind the plate, up in the press box, and we're all alone, which is always a nice thing. So the break-even pitch is a called strike, and that'll make our count go to 1 ball and 2 strikes here from the junior pitcher Brianna Parr, trying to get out of this inning without any damage, but still nobody out here. Parr looks in. The wind and the pitch is a fly ball hit back into right center field, and that one's over the head of the right fielder. 1 run will score. Another run is winding in, and Maddie Duvall will go into second base standing up, and a double gives the Lady Cougars a 2-0 lead. So the bats are waking up here early on as it goes over the head of the right fielder Young. And just like that, Grayson County takes a 2-0 lead. And immediately head coach Brad Hockenberry goes out and he's going to talk with his team. He pulls every player in. After 2 fly balls that could have been caught were not by his left fielder and his right fielder, his team finds themselves in a deficit, and already it was the Lady Cougars didn't score in the game against Breck back on April the 26th, but have taken a 2-0 lead here early on in the top of the first. So it'll now be Bailey Snyder. Duvall standing at second base. Snyder going to try and add a 3rd run into this inning with a hit to the outfield. Parr looks in, she winds, she throws, and fouled off behind the plate. Good crowd though here tonight, as it's really a perfect night for softball on a middle of May Thursday evening. Snyder swings through that one, and that'll make our count go to 0 balls and 2 strikes. As you have here looks like some T-ball or coach pitch or machine pitch or something going on at 2 fields here on the complex. And I'm not sure if there's anything going on over at the high school baseball field. But here comes the 0-2 pitch to Bailey Snyder. Is a ground ball right back up the middle, and it's going to get through. Rounding third and coming in to score is Duvall. A play at the plate is not in time, and on the throw, Snyder advances to second, and the Lady Cougars lead this one by a score of 3-0. So Duval comes around to score. Snyder advances to second on the throw. And now her sister, Rachel Snyder, will come in trying to score Bailey from second base. Lady Cougars leading this one 3-0 here in the top of the first inning. The wind and the pitch is a swing and a miss. And our count will go to no ball and 1 strike. If we take a look, though, the Breckinridge County faithful down to our left. Not many open seats, and I think even when I was down out a little bit earlier, a good crowd for the Lady Cougars as well down to the right side. On a nice night for softball. Pitch is fouled off to the right side. And again, our count goes to no ball and 2 strikes, but the Lady Cougars have already had a couple of hits with this count here tonight already. Let's see if Rachel Snyder can add on to that. Still nobody out in the inning. And Snyder will foul that one off to the right side and behind the plate. And luckily it didn't hit anybody, as we can look out the field and see that it did not hit anybody, luckily behind us, as there's some kids playing behind us. So here comes the 0-2 pitch again. And that's lined right back up to the pitcher, Parr. It's off of her, and she's not going to have a play on the ball, and she might even be injured, as that came right back up and hit her. And Brianna Parr looks like she might be injured on the play. She immediately takes off, and it hit her right off of the thigh. And they're bringing the trainer out, so hopefully that Parr is okay after the line drive base hit. So there'll be runners on the corners. Jenna Nash will come in. And looks like Parr will come out of the game. So Brianna Parr will leave the game. So the new pitcher will be number 13, Brooke Ford. So I'm assuming that will just be a straight-up change. So Brooke Ford comes in to pitch. So when looking at this, Ford on the season, this is her 26th appearance. She has 13 starts with a 4.34 ERA, 26 walks, 50 strikeouts, 8-6 with 2 saves. She was the one who pitched this game back at the Lady Cougar softball complex. She threw 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, did not give up a run. Appears that she is roaring ready to go. So back to action we come here, and it'll be Jenna Nash. Nash in the game, that last one that we did, about a week and a half ago up at Whitesville. She had 3 or 4 RBIs in that game. Had one of her better games of the season there. Eddie Anderson delivers the sign to his runners. So you have Bailey Snyder standing at third, and Nash swings at a high fastball. Swung right through it, and you could tell she was wanting to knock in some runs with that swing. So you have Rachel Snyder standing at first, Bailey Snyder standing at third. Jenna Nash looking to add in some more runs. The pitch is another looper and a play down to second, and Rachel dives in safe. And it was a ball called in, but Rachel Snyder steals second. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Brooke Ford has thrown 2 looping pitches in high. Nash swung through one. Now Nash shows bunt down the first base line and foul. So at third base is Bailey. At second is Rachel. As the Snyder sisters are on base, Jenna Nash trying to knock them in. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. Nice job by the catcher Tabor to stop that one from going to the backstop. And luckily for both teams tonight, the backstop isn't 10 feet from behind home plate, so there will not be many plays at the home on a pass ball. Nash dribbles one right back up the middle, and that one will get through. 1 run will score, and they're going to hold up Rachel Snyder at third base. So Jenna Nash gets an RBI, and the Lady Cougars now lead this one 4-0. Still nobody out in the inning. And now coming in to hit will be Shelby Davis, the 7th person to hit in the inning. Davis is an 8th grader. So Brookford's pitch is high. Jenna Nash is going to take second base easily. So runners on second and third now. Still nobody out. Davis at the plate. And she'll lay a bunt down, but it's fouled down the left field line. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch is foul tip, and that'll make our count go to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. As 4-0, if you just joined us. Brianna Parr started the game for Breckinridge County, but left the game after being hit by a line drive. And that pitch is in the dirt, and that'll even up our count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Brooke Ford has come on in relief. She fires the break-even pitch. It's outside, and that'll make our count go full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. First base is open. Standing on the on-deck circle is Lauren Stevenson. And that pitch is hit into right field. The right fielder is under Young, and she's going to fire home, and Rachel Snyder will score on the sacrifice fly. And the Lady Cougars lead this one 5-0. So Shelby Davis did exactly what she was supposed to do. Rachel Snyder scores. And Lauren Stevenson will now come in. That is the first out of this inning, though. Lady Cougars lead this one 5-0. Swing and a miss from the first pitch from Brooke Ford. And this looks like the bus for the Lady Cougars left and is now just pulled back into the parking lot, followed by a police car. Ground ball foul down the third base line. So the 0-2 pitch is a line drive, base hit into left field over the shortstop Bowman's head. Rounding third and coming in to score is Nash, and on the throw, advancing to second is Stevenson, and the Lady Cougars have scored 6 runs in this first inning, and there's still only 1 out. So Aaron Ashley will become the 9th person to bat in the inning. And the pitch is high. That'll finish up the line, though, on the pitcher, Brianna Parr. She faces 5 batters, 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, and 1 walk. She does not retire a batter. And swinging through that one is Aaron Ashley. Ashley, the junior designated hitter tonight. And fouled and tipped. And our count will go to 1 ball and 2 strike. Kenzie Renfro stands in the on-deck circle to be the 10th person to bat in the inning. And barring some craziness, she will bat, barring a double play. And a little blooper fouled. So here comes the 1 ball and 2 strike pitch to Ashley. And that's a pop fly. The third baseman Castor is under. There's the second out of the inning. So Kenzie Renfro, who led off this inning with a 6-pitch walk, will now come in. Brooke Ford trying to end the deficit at 6 here. It's probably the Lady Cougars' largest lead here in a few weeks. Ball 1. Cougar baseball team, they're playing down at South Warren. First pitch in that game is getting ready to start here in about 10 minutes. Not sure whether we will be able to bring you updates from that game or not. I'm not sure if any of the Bowling Green media will be down there. Renfro attempts to bunt, but it is fouled, and our count go to 1 ball and 1 strike. Stevenson stands at second. Lady Cougars have scored 6 runs in this first inning. And that pitch moves outside for ball 2. Again, Renfro led off this inning with a 6-pitch walk. She came around to score on the Bailey Snyder base hit. And she'll line one into center field. That one is going to drop. Play coming into third base. Stevenson slides in safely, and on the throw, Renfro will advance to second, and she is, they're going to call her out. And I think she was in there by half a step, but the umpire calls her out. That ends the inning, but the Lady Cougars score 6, and the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers are coming up. This is Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, everything is starting to look nice again. Your home should too. Call Nick's Power Clean for all your soft wash and cleaning needs. Nick can make your house shine from top to bottom, offering soft wash system for homes, shingle roof cleaning, concrete scrubbing, gutter cleaning, brightening vinyl fences, and more. Call 270-230-2776 to get your home looking great again. Once again, that's Nick's Power Clean at 270-230-2776.
I'm that guy, the one who never finished high school, worked for a company that shut down. That guy who felt lost. Then I started free adult education classes, saw an opportunity. Forget minimum wage. How about maximum wage? And now, I'm that guy.
Text My Job to 74700 for free Kentucky adult education skills U classes.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
Welcome back here to Breckinridge County. As I've got the habit of saying Grayson County as we've done so many home games. We're up here in Hardinsburg as the Lady Cougars score 6 runs in the top of the first inning to lead this one 6-0. That's exactly how they wanted to start this game. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. So we do appreciate you taking the time here to tune in to tonight's broadcast. Sam Gormley here with you. As leading off for Breckinridge County will be Bailey Castor, the third baseman. And she will look at a ball 1, and that is how Lindsay O'Neill's night will start. She's got some run support, something that she doesn't always get and hasn't at times this season, and that's ripped down the left field line for a fair ball. Rounding first and stopping immediately. As nice job by Jenna Nash to get into that one quickly. But a leadoff single down the left field line. And Breckinridge County gets their offense going. And it will be Chloe Peterson. Peterson on the season hitting .400 with 4 doubles, 3 triples, and 23 RBIs. O'Neill, and that one's lined down the right field line, and that one is fouled. Be sure to, if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to comment which team you're cheering for here tonight. And maybe if you have a player in the game, let us know who you're supporting. As there's a ground ball to the shortstop, Duval. She bobbles it, and there's not going to be a play on it. So an error by Maddie Duval puts a runner on base, and the first 2 reach for Breckinridge County. And Keely Bowman will now come in. Bowman hitting .474, 6 doubles, and 43 RBIs. Breck County trying to get back the 6-run deficit that they've already found themselves in. And there's a fly ball. It's a drooper into right field. That's going to drop. And the play at second, and she is out at second base. Oh, no, was the ball dropped? I guess it was dropped at second. And I guess she was safe there. So a base hit does plate a runner, and it's 6-1. So Breck County has made this one interesting now, and it's Morgan Tabor. Has some of the most power in the region, and that pitch goes to the backstop, and runners will advance to second and third on the wild pitch. And that one's fouled off to the right side. Tabor on the season, 423, 9 home runs, 5 doubles, and 45 RBIs. Pitch high. Makes the count go to 2 balls here and 1 strike. Cold strike on the inside corner, and that'll even us up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breck County has runners on second and third. Nobody out. Cold, strike 3. She put it in the same place. And it'll now be Ashlyn White. She's hitting .382 with 2 home runs and 21 RBIs. And the first pitch is a called strike. O'Neill has now found that spot in the low inside corner that the umpire has consistently called. And that's foul all down the right field line, just foul. So ahead in the count here at no balls and 2 strikes goes O'Neill. She's already gotten a strikeout here. And the pitch is high for ball 1. It's somebody almost playing a drum down below, it sounds like. Not sure if that's in one of the dugouts or what. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Lindsay O'Neill. And it'll now be the pitcher, Brooke Ford. Ford on the year, hitting .286 with 5 RBIs. She swings through that first one. O'Neill trying to get through this inning, allowing only 1 run and straining 2 runners in scoring position. Called strike, and O'Neill has found that corner, and she's continuously going to it. And the quick worker, the 0-2. Called strike 3. She strikes out 3 in a row to get out of the inning. What a job by Lindsay O'Neill. 3-1. Lady Cougars lead 6-1. Lady Cougar softball right here on Facebook Watch.
You've probably heard life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They were referencing the Litchfield Peddler. This indoor flea market has over 100 booths full of clothing, furniture, antiques, collectibles, and more. With a convenient drive-through for a complete line of tobacco products, the Litchfield Peddler really is your one-stop shop. The Litchfield Peddler. You never know what you're going to get. Call 270-259-9941 or stop in the store. 311 West White Oak Street, located across the street from Litchfield City Hall.
Hey, I'm returning your stuff. Your motor oil, your paint, and all your other trash. You dumped it on the ground and it washed down the storm drain and into my water. Don't let it happen again. Or next time, I won't be so nice.
Stop polluting Kentucky's water by keeping trash off the ground. To find out how you can help, visit our website.
Lady Cougars score 6 in the top of the first. Breck County gets 1 of those back, and Lindsay O'Neill strikes out 3 in a row after giving up three straight base runners to start the inning. And the leadoff here will be O'Neill. And Ford in for her first inning of work. The first pitch is a ball. That pitch is low and inside and goes to the backstop. Lady Cougars might be getting another good start here to this inning. Lindsay O'Neill will be the one to try and do it. Brooke Ford battling, falling behind at 2-0. O'Neill rips one down the left field line. Fair ball and a leadoff base hit from O'Neill. And the Lady Cougars get the first base runner here on in this inning for the second straight inning. And it'll be Maddie Duvall in her first at bat, doubled over the head of the right fielder. She looks down from the sign from Eddie Anderson. Called strike and attempted pickoff, and going in safely is O'Neill. Lady Cougars have not won a game since back on April the 23rd at Glasgow. Fouled down the left field line, and falling behind here at no balls and 2 strikes is Maddie Duvall. In fact, that's been the only true road game that Lady Cougars have won 2 true road games of their 5 wins. They've won 1 neutral site and 2 at home. Duvall grounds one to the third baseman Castor. She bobbles the throw to second and out. So the fielder's choice. O'Neill's thrown out there for the first out of this inning. So if you're scoring with us at home, 5-3 or 5-4 fielder's choice. And now the catcher, Bailey Snyder. She knocked in 2 in her first plate appearance with a ground ball right back up the middle. Duvall stands at first. The pitch is a line drive caught by the third baseman, and a play back to first. She's in safely. What a play. They don't call it the hot corner without a reason. And Brooke Ford makes a nice play. And if you're Bailey Snyder, you just tip your cap. Castor with a nice play. So after the leadoff hit, 2 quick outs. And it'll be Rachel Snyder. Pitch is high, off and running is Duvall, and she's in safely. And the ball goes into center field, and Duvall will take off there, and she'll go in to third base standing up. So a stolen base and an error by the catcher on the ball there gives the Lady Cougars a runner only 60 feet away. Snyder will line one into left field, and it will drop just down the line. The left fielder bobbles it, and she will go into second base standing up. So a base hit by Snyder and an error by the left fielder plates a run, and the Lady Cougars lead this one 7-1. So how about Rachel Snyder getting the offense and continuing it to go, as Chloe Denner bobbled it out into left field. So it'll now be Jenna Nash who will dribble one into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and coming in to score will be Rachel Snyder and make it an 8-1 lead for the Lady Cougars. Eddie Anderson's probably wondering, where has this offense been for the past couple of weeks? So 8-1, Lady Cougars. See, they have not scored 8 runs in a game since that last win against Glasgow back on April the 23rd. So it's been almost a month. And there's another base hit up the middle by Shelby Davis. And how about that? The Lady Cougars are pretty much having batting practice tonight. So here through 1 2/3 of an inning, the Lady Cougars have 11 hits. So again, the Lady Cougars have not scored more than 8 runs. We would have to go all the way back to March the 29th. Ball inside. So back on March the 29th down in Cookeville, Tennessee, a 10-6 win against Gordonsville, Tennessee. Then they scored 15 against Edmondson, 14 against Glasgow. Pitch is outside again for 2 balls and no strikes. So standing at second base is Nash. At first is Davis. Lady Cougars have scored 2 runs already in this inning to give themselves this 8-1 lead. And that's a line drive right at the left fielder, Denner. And that ends the inning. But the Lady Cougars add 2 more. And through 1.5, they lead this one 8-1 as this is Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
At the core of most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Chloe Denner will lead off here in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Cougars have jumped out to an 8-1 lead. Again, the most runs that they have scored in a game since that win against Glasgow back on April the 23rd. And, I mean, Eddie Anderson is probably in the dugout right now asking his team, where did this come from and where has this been? As Lady Cougars have had some offense lately. They scored 7 runs twice against Whitesville Trinity, 5 runs in a loss against Ohio County. There's a line drive off the glove of Maddie Duvall and into left field for a base hit by Chloe Denner. And that's how the second inning will get started. It's tough play for Duvall, who went down to her knee to try and make it. They were shut out in their last game against Edmondson County and had a stretch of 3 games, too, that they were shut out before having the Whitesville game. Called strike on that inside corner. And I'll tell you what, Lindsay O'Neill has mastered here early on that low inside corner, and Breck County isn't able to really turn around on it. This umpire's calling it. And there's a pop fly in the infield. The second baseman, Davis, is under, and there's the first out of the inning. So Savannah Young now comes up. Young on the season hitting .388 with a double, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs. Standing at first base is Denner. A low crouch down at the plate, and she will line one into shallow right field, and the second baseman, Davis, makes the play, and a double play at first. Shelby Davis with a catch like a popcorn goes back to grab it in a double play, and that's how the inning ends. Through 2, Lady Cougars lead this one 8-1 as this is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
Ralph's Market, just 10 minutes from Nolin Lake and the center of the Nolin community. They have something for everyone. When you're hungry, stop in to enjoy Ralph's full line of hot deli or their new pizza options. If you're headed to the lake, Ralph's has you covered with bait and tackle, as well as the gas to get you there. Always guaranteed to be greeted with a smile in this family-oriented atmosphere. Call 270-242-9339 or stop by any day of the week from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Ralph's Market.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Aaron Ashley will lead off here the top of the third inning for the Lady Cougars. They lead this one 8-1. And Ashley will hit a fly ball hit into shallow center field. Peterson jumps up and grabs it. And one pitch and one out for the pitcher, Brooke Ford. And if you're Breckinridge County head coach Brad Hockenberry, you're probably thinking, thank you. Lady Cougars offense has been on fire to start. And one of the main factors from that is who's stepping to the plate right now, Kenzie Renfro. She walked, and she'll lay a bunt down, and it's down to the third baseman, Castro. She'll go in and throw out Renfro. Nice play by Castor, getting Renfro by half a step. And 2 pitches and 2 outs for Brooke Ford. And that will bring up the pitcher, Lindsay O'Neill. O'Neill 2 for 2. Hit a fly ball almost off the wall, almost home run off the wall in left field. And that was a single on that one, or a double off the left field wall, and then single down the left field line. Called strike was the first pitch from Brooke Ford to her. And there's another ground ball right down to Castro. She'll throw on, and it's off the glove of the first baseman, and Lindsay O'Neill will go in with an error. And you'll take any base runner that you can get when you're the Lady Cougars. So that will now bring up Maddie Duvall. Duvall reached on a fielder's choice in her last at-bat and doubled over the head of the right fielder, Young. And called strike. You got to give this umpire credit. He's calling that inside corner consistently for both sides. And whether you think it's a strike or not, I give it to him because he's consistent. And that, to me, is the best official. Ground ball to the third baseman, Castor. She'll throw and make sure there's no doubt about that one. So through 2.5, the Lady Cougars lead this one 8-1. This is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook. Watch.
You've probably heard life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They were referencing the Litchfield Peddler. This indoor flea market has over 100 booths full of clothing, furniture, antiques, collectibles, and more. With a convenient drive-through for a complete line of tobacco products, the Litchfield Peddler really is your one-stop shop. The Litchfield Peddler. You never know what you're going to get. Call 270-259-9941 or stop in the store. 311 West White Oak Street, located across the street from Litchfield City Hall.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Breckinridge County goes to the top of the order to lead off here at the bottom of the third. Bailey Castor will be the one. And again, take this time to thank you for tuning in to our broadcast. I see here looks like we have some family of Lindsay O'Neill, who's had a good start to the game already. So I want to say hello to them. And some other family members, as there's a fly ball hit into shallow right left field. Nash coming on and makes the catch. A running catch by the left fielder, Jenna Nash. It retires our first batter here of this inning. As again, we appreciate you tuning in, and make sure to let us know who you are cheering for between either the Lady Cougars or the Lady Tigers. I know we have some Breckinridge County fans that are followers of our site. And pitch inside for ball 1. And let us know if there's a specific player that you're cheering for. As I see we have some Lindsay O'Neill fans in there, maybe some other family members coming. As I saw, we had some grandparents watching, as we appreciate you tuning in. 2-0, though, will be Lindsay O'Neill to Chloe Peterson. Peterson, in her first at-bat, reached on an error by Maddie Duvall and was stranded at third base. And inside for ball 3, as O'Neill's trying to find that corner and is just a little bit too far inside. O'Neill winds and delivers. Called strike. So your defensive alignment for the Lady Cougars, Nash in left, Renfro in center, Snyder, Rachel Snyder that is, in right. Around the horn, Stevenson at third, Duvall at short, Davis at second. There's a ground ball to Davis. Backhand stop and throws. And a nice play by Shelby Davis for the second out in this inning. As Reagan Cave is the first baseman. Behind the plate is Bailey Snyder. And the pitcher is Lindsay O'Neill. Keely Bowman will now come in. She singled to the right fielder Snyder in her opening at bat. And she will fly one to Snyder, and Snyder will run on. And 1, 2, 3 go the Lady Tigers. So through 3 innings, it's 8-1. Lady Cougars lead. This is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, everything is starting to look nice again. Your home should too. Call Nick's Power Clean for all your soft wash and cleaning needs. Nick can make your house shine from top to bottom, offering soft wash system for homes, shingle roof cleaning, concrete scrubbing, gutter cleaning, brightening vinyl fences, and more. Call 270-230-2776 to get your home looking great again. Once again, that's Nick's Power Clean at 270-230-2776.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Third inning went 1, 2, 3 for both teams, but it'll now be Bailey Snyder who will try and get this offense going again for the Lady Cougars as they lead this one 8-1 at the start of the fourth. As if you just joined us, Breckinridge County, their starting pitcher tonight, Brianna Parr, lasted only 5 batters before getting hit on a line drive by Rachel Snyder as it went off of her thigh, I think is where it ended up going. This first pitch to Bailey Snyder is high for ball 1. Went off of her thigh, and she left the game. And Brooke Ford has been in ever since, throwing 3+ innings. So we hope that Brianna Parr is okay. And that pitch runs off the outside corner as well. So we want to make sure that we send best wishes to her for a speedy recovery, especially with the district tournament here coming up just next week. And that one just misses, and falling behind here at 3-0 is Ford. Bailey Snyder tonight had dribbled one right back up the middle that scored 2 and lined out to the third baseman on a great play by Castor. And she watches one right down Broadway, and that'll make our count go to 3 balls and 1 strike. As it was one that when Snyder hit that, you just turn down and look at the third baseman, you tip your cap, and you say, nice play. Because that's exactly what it was. So the 3-1 is outside, and a leadoff walk from Bailey Snyder brings Rachel Snyder to the plate, and she's 2 for 2 tonight. She again singled off that line drive off the pitcher and singled one down the left field line as well. Lady Cougars trying to add some more runs here to this total. They already lead 8-1, and it's inside, and it hits Rachel. So the first 2 batters get on for the Lady Cougars here in this inning. And Jenna Nash now will come in. She's also 2 for 2 with a base hit into center and a base hit into left. So the Snyders stand at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Nash bunts one, and it's fouled, as in fact it hit the bat twice. We'll take this time to remind you to follow us on Twitter all season long at K105 Sports. We have updates from games that we broadcast and games that we don't. We'll be sure to keep you posted throughout the district and regional tournament. Is off is Bailey Snyder, and she is going to be caught stealing as a hard tag down by Bowman, the shortstop. Rachel Snyder does advance, and Bailey Snyder called out there. And there's a little dribbler that is caught. A diving play by the third baseman, Castor. And Castor is throwing a defensive clinic out there. What a play. I'll tell you what, yet again, you just look down at the senior and tip your cap. So Jenna Nash, a little pop fly out to Castor, and there's the second out of this inning. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, Bowman. She throws on, and she's out at first base. So the Lady Cougars strand a runner in scoring position, and through 3.5, they lead this one 8-1. This is Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
Ralph's Market, just 10 minutes from Nolin Lake and the center of the Nolin community. They have something for everyone. When you're hungry, stop in to enjoy Ralph's full line of hot deli or their new pizza options. If you're headed to the lake, Ralph's has you covered with bait and tackle, as well as the gas to get you there. Always guaranteed to be greeted with a smile in this family-oriented atmosphere. Call 270-242-9339 or stop by any day of the week from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Ralph's Market.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org, answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Sam Gormley back here with you from Breckinridge County as the Lady Cougars lead this one here 8-1. As I want to thank, looks like Susie, Bob, Charlotte, and Joetta for watching here tonight's broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in here as for Lady Cougar Softball right here on both K105, and you can also watch it on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9, the Moose's Facebook page as well, as we both appreciate you tuning in here to tonight's broadcast. Morgan Tabor will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning for Breckinridge County. And her only at bat tonight. She struck out looking, one of the first of 3 straight strikeouts for Lindsay O'Neill to close out that first inning. And she will watch that first pitch for a ball. O'Neill has been very efficient through the first 3 innings, as this is her 30th pitch of the game. And it's inside for a ball. So looking at O'Neill's line tonight so far, 3 innings. 3 hits, 1 run. It was not earned with 3 strikeouts. Cold strike on that inside corner. And like clockwork, and there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Davis, and it goes into right center field. And there will be the leadoff runner on for Breckinridge County. Morgan Tabor gets on. And a courtesy runner here coming in for Tabor will be courtesy runner Darian Flood. So again, Darian Flood, the freshman, will run for Tabor. And Ashlyn White, she also struck out in her first at bat. On the base paths, Darian Flood on the season is 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. There's a fly ball straight away center field. Under it is Renfro, and there is the first out of the inning. Renfro barely even had to move out there in center. And that will bring up Brooke Ford, who again probably wasn't expecting to play tonight. And she is the pitcher tonight, as they had the injury to their starting pitcher. Down to second base and sliding in safely is Flood on the steal after the cold strike. And almost we're going to have a chance to get her, but Flood goes in just ahead of the tag. So Breckinridge County has a runner in scoring position. Pitch inside, and that'll even up the count here at 1 ball and 1 strike. 8-1 is our score, though. Ball just inside, just missing. Not by much. And if you heard the Lady Cougar faithful down to our right, you heard a couple oohs saying that they not necessarily agreed with the call. The 2-1 is a pop fly. Cave is no. O'Neal will run in and grab that one. And there's the second out of the inning. So O'Neal goes over and grabs it just in front of Reagan Cave, and there's the second out of the inning. And coming in to hit now, Chloe Denner. She singled into left field in her first at-bat. She'd led off that second inning with a hit. And O'Neal winds and throws, and the pitch is high for ball one. Seeing if we can't bring you a score from the Cougar baseball game, as they're playing down at, and she'll swing through that one, does Denner. They're playing down at South Warren today. I haven't seen a score come through. It doesn't look like any of the Bowling Green media is covering the game. If I see a score, though, we will be sure to bring that to you, as that one is fouled off. And that'll make our count go to 1-2 strikes. O'Neal winds and throws, and there's a foul ball off and out of play and almost hitting a Breck County player. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Runner standing at second. The pitch is a ground ball to the third baseman off the glove of Stevenson. She picks, she throws, and safe is what the call is. And a play at third, and she's safe in as well. So Lauren Stevenson, a slight bobble, allows for Denner to be safe on the play. And runners on the corners here with 2 outs in the inning. Breck County going to try and get another runner here and another run to cross the plate. And they'll look towards Amber Miller. She popped out to Davis in her last at-bat. And the pitch is ball one. O'Neal very efficient, though. 70% of her pitches have been for her strikes. One of her better games pitched this season. And there will be a fly ball into right field. Rachel Snyder comes on. She dives, and she will not be able to get it. 1 run will score. Snyder gets under it. Another runner coming around to score, and a triple for Breckinridge County. Plates 2, and it's 8-3. So Snyder attempted to make a play on the ball, but wasn't able to. So it'll now be Savannah Young that will come in, trying to score a runner here. And just like that, the Lady Cougars' lead goes from 7-5. Called strike. O'Neal trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. Called strike. She fires back another one. And I'll tell you what, Lindsay O'Neal in the first inning gave up that 1 run and immediately set in and struck out 3 in a row. She's going to try and do that again after giving up 2 runs here in this 4th inning. She winds, she throws, and there's a ground ball right back to O'Neal. She goes down to one knee and throws on, and it's off the glove of Reagan Cave, and going into safe is Savannah Young, and it's 8-4. So the error by Cave plates a runner. And Lindsay O'Neal's going to have to try and go towards the top of the order now. Bailey Castor. Castor on the year is hitting .529. She's 1 for 2 tonight, and the first pitch to her is a ball. 3 home runs, 10 extra base hits, 31 RBIs. She's tied for 6th in the state in hits. So she can swing the bat with the best of them. That pitch is outside for ball 2. So Breck County has scored 3 runs here in this bottom of the 4th inning to make it a 4-run game. The wind and the pitch is a ground ball off the glove of O'Neal and into center field for a base hit. And 2 runners now on base here with 2 outs, and a little 2-out rally happening for Breckinridge County, and Chloe Peterson will now step in. She is reach on an error by Duval and grounded out to second base, and Eddie Anderson's going to come out and talk with his team. As head coach Eddie Anderson here in his second season at the helm of this Lady Cougar program, as he has a record of 24-32. So he's talking with his team, talking it over. I think more this is let's just take a deep breath and let's get out of this inning. Nothing more, maybe a little bit of strategy here, but you've got the heart of the order, 2, 3, 4 coming up, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Breck has already had 3 runners cross the plate. So Breck will turn to Chloe Peterson. The wind of the pitch is a cold strike. O'Neal fires, and there's a base hit back up the middle, and rounding third and coming in to score is Young, and it is now an 8-5 game. On the base hit up the middle, and after it looked like the Lady Cougars were going to get out of this inning without any further damage, Lindsay O'Neal has given up a couple of straight hits here. And she's given up 5 runs, but not one of them have been earned. And there's a hit into center field. Renfro dives and makes the catch. Renfro gets out of this inning, but Breck County scores 4. And through 4, it's 8-5. This is Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Hey, I'm returning your stuff. Your motor oil, your paint, and all your other trash. You dumped it on the ground and it washed down the storm drain and into my water. Don't let it happen again. Or next time, I won't be so nice.
Stop polluting Kentucky's water by keeping trash off the ground. To find out how you can help, visit our website.
Breck County scores 4 runs in that bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Cougar is going to try and get some of those runs back, as it is 8-5. An exciting game. Lady Cougar scored 8 runs through the first 2 innings. The bats went quiet the last 2, though. And they'll turn to Lauren Stevenson to try and lead off this inning with some more offense, try to get some of those runs back. Stevenson flied out to left and singled to left in her 2 at-bats tonight. And she watches the first 2 pitches to go by for a ball. As again, next week, the district tournament will be happening. We'll be talking a little bit more about that here coming up in just a few minutes. Ground ball down to the third baseman, Castor. She'll throw on to first. And there's the first out of the inning. Castor's had a busy night down there at third. And like I said, they don't call it the hot corner without a reason. And she has proven that tonight with a nice play on Bailey Snyder. And a couple of nice plays also, just some ground balls down there that she's had to go down and get. Erin Ashley coming in. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Flied out to center and flied out to the third baseman, Castor. And she watches a strike. Swinging through that one and falling behind here at no balls and 2 strikes. So Brooke Ford took her 2 innings really to get going. But she has now started to get into a groove here. It's the 0-2 pitch coming. Is a ground ball again to Castor. She picks, she throws, and there's the second out of the inning. So it'll go back to the top of the order now for Kenzie Renfro. Renfro 1 for 2. She walked to lead off the game, singled to center, and grounded out to third in her last at bat on a little bunt that she was attempting. And she swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. It's like we were saying, really a perfect night for baseball. As outside's probably temperatures in, I don't know, maybe the mid-70s. We'll have to look, see if I can't pull that up. And Renfro will ground one to the shortstop, Bowman. It's off her glove. She fires and safe. Beating it out. Renfro reaches after Bowman bobbles. And 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and the Lady Cougars are going to try and get a little 2-out rally going. So Lindsay O'Neill comes, and she fouls one down the third base line. And that's how the first pitch will go to the pitcher, O'Neill. So we look at temperatures at about 80 degrees, and up here in our press box, temperatures are probably at about 100 degrees. So luckily for windows, as we are sweating bullets. Ground ball right off Castor, and this time she will not make the play. It goes off of her glove and into a left center field, and Lindsay O'Neill reaches. And I think that one you can label as a hit, as that was a tough play by Castor. She went down to a knee, and it'll now be Maddie Duvall coming in. Runners on first and second. The umpire goes out and then makes sure that Castor is okay down at third. She gives a thumbs up. And here we come. Maddie Duvall 1 for 3 tonight. She doubled over the head of Young in her first at bat. Reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to Castor. 8-5. Lady Cougars scored 8 runs in the first 2 innings. Duvall watches that one and checks her swing for ball 1. So yeah, if you just joined us, Lady Cougar scored 8 in the first 2. Breck County scored 1 in the bottom of the first and 4 in the bottom of the fourth to bring us our score here at 8-5. Pitch is in the dirt. Renfro likes going about not quite halfway, probably about a quarter of the way, and immediately stopping, almost looking like she is going to take off, and it gets the catcher to possibly make a throw down, and Rush getting up and maybe bobble it. Called strike, and now a pickoff attempt goes into right field, and Renfro's going to round third. She is going to come in a play at the plate, and she is safe. Kenzie Renfro scores, and now moving into second base, O'Neill, and she is safe. And the Lady Cougars take a 9-5 lead. How about that, as the error by the catcher Tabor scores Renfro. And O'Neill advances on the throw. So how about that? Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5 now. So Renfro was off on the pitch right when she threw down to first. Renfro knew she was taking off, and Eddie Anderson, right when he saw it go over the head, knew nothing better than to wave around Renfro. And I'm not even sure if he would have held up the stop sign that Renfro would have stopped. Fouled off. And that'll even up the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just the kind of player she is. She's got the Pete Rose effect in her in a way. She's going to hustle on every play. The break-even pitch coming is ball 3, and our count will go full here. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5. After Kenzie Renfro scores from second on an error by the catcher Tabor. Pitch is high, and Duvall forces a walk. So now that will bring up Bailey Snyder. Snyder 1 for 2. Singled to the center fielder. Hit a line drive to Castor. A nice play that she was able to catch. And then walked in her most recent at-bat. Renfro looks down to Eddie Anderson, who delivers the sign. So here comes Bailey Snyder. 9-5 is the score. Called strike. She watches that first pitch go by. This is a nice softball complex, though, that they have here up at Hardinsburg. Snyder watches the ball go by. As you have both the Lady Tiger and the Tiger baseball team, as the Tigers are behind us as their season has ended. And ball two, making our count to here, 2 balls and 1 strike. Both have nice facilities, and then they have looks to be a T-ball field, and then as well as a coach pitch field, or it looks like maybe even machine pitch out behind us tonight. And there's a fly ball down the left field line, and foul off the wall. Snyder put a little bit of a charge into that one, and it does go foul. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Standing at second base is O'Neill. At first is Duvall. Lady Cougars have already scored 1 in the inning, and that pitch just misses on the outside corner and will go full again. So the runners will be off, so a hit to the outfield could score 2, depending on where Bailey Snyder could place it. And the pitch is a line drive, a fly ball, hit back into left field. The left fielder, Denner, is under, and there is the 3rd out of the inning. But the Lady Cougars do score 1, and through in the middle of the 5th, it is 9-5, as this is Lady Cougar softball right here on Facebook Watch.
The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, everything is starting to look nice again. Your home should too. Call Nick's Power Clean for all your soft wash and cleaning needs. Nick can make your house shine from top to bottom, offering soft wash system for homes, shingle roof cleaning, concrete scrubbing, gutter cleaning, brightening vinyl fences, and more. Call 270-230-2776 to get your home looking great again. Once again, that's Nick's Power Clean at 270-230-2776.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. Because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org, answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
We have a little bit of a meeting happening here at the plate as we welcome you back here to Hardinsburg. Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as Breckinridge County head coach Brad Hockenberry and Eddie Anderson are talking right now with the home plate umpire. And Hockenberry has been talking for most of this half inning, and I think they have a lineup card out, and I'm not really sure what it is. And now the umpire is talking to Eddie Anderson about the changes that might be happening, and I'm not really sure what it might be. So leading off for Breck County will be Morgan Tabor. She's 1 for 2. I think we're ready to get back to action here. So here we come. O'Neill in for her 5th inning of work. Called strike. So O'Neill here through the first 4 innings. 7 hits, 5 runs. None of them were earned. And 3 strikeouts. And there's a foul tip. And O'Neill looking for her 4th strikeout of the game. All 3 of those strikeouts came with 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out in the bottom of the 1st inning. She just misses there for ball 1. And she struck out the side on 3 straight batters. And one of the more impressive pitching performances we've seen this season. Fouled off behind the plate. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. We will do it again. So been looking at our scores, and we really haven't seen anything come through that really has much of a bearing on us, as there's a line drive into left center field. That'll go all the way to the wall. Renfro gets under it quickly. Tabor is going to go into second base, sliding down, and a leadoff double for Breck County on the deep fly ball there. And we're going to have another courtesy runner. It appears that we will. And it will again be Darian Flood who will come into courtesy run for the catcher, Tabor. So leading off, or batting second here, will be Ashlyn White. White in the game is 0 for 2. She struck out looking and flied out to center. And she will fly one into shallow left field. Duvall runs under and grabs it. Nice play by Maddie Duvall to go under and grab that one. Almost popping out of her glove, but she goes and gets that behind the third base bag right on the edge of the grass. And Brooke Ford is scheduled to bat, but we don't have a batter coming up. I'm not sure if we might have a pinch hitter or what. Sounds like 16 for 13 is what I just heard our umpire say. 16. Well, I don't happen to have a 16 on my roster. Or did he say 15? I don't have a 15 either. It is 16. So number 16 comes in to hit here for Breck County. And I'll see if I can't get a name for her, and she looks at a first pitch strike, as I will see if I can't look here at our lineup card. And there's a pop fly, and under it is Stevenson, and fouling out there for the second out of the inning. So you got to give the Lady Cougars defense some props tonight. They've made some nice plays. They've made the routine ones for the most part. And now coming in will be Chloe Denner. And yeah, I don't have a 16 on my lineup card either. And Denner swings through that one. So we apologize. I'm not sure if we have a Breck County fan that's watching on Facebook that might be able to tell us who that is. But that'll even up our count here at 1-1 strike. So number 16 will be the new pitcher. Lindsay O'Neill, though, will try and get out of this inning here, straining the runner and swinging through that one. Looking to strand the leadoff double. O'Neill has been stranding base runners with a lot of success tonight. And here comes the 1-2 pitch from the junior pitcher, Lindsay O'Neill. She winds, she throws, and it hit her. So Amber Miller now will come in. So I'm assuming that the coaches were talking after this last inning that he said that he wanted to add somebody to the lineup card to come in and pitch, I'm assuming. And there's a fly ball hit into center field. Renfro is under, and there's the third out of the inning. So through 5, the Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5. This is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
You've probably heard life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They were referencing the Litchfield Peddler. This indoor flea market has over 100 booths full of clothing, furniture, antiques, collectibles, and more. With a convenient drive-through for a complete line of tobacco products, the Litchfield Peddler really is your one-stop shop. The Litchfield Peddler. You never know what you're going to get. Call 270-259-9941 or stop in the store. 311 West White Oak Street, located across the street from Litchfield City Hall.
I'm that guy, the one who never finished high school, worked for a company that shut down. That guy who felt lost. Then I started free adult education classes, saw an opportunity. Forget minimum wage. How about maximum wage? And now, I'm that guy.
Text My Job to 74700 for free Kentucky Adult Education Skills U classes.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
So it looks like Brooke Ford will actually remain into the game to pitch. So it will not be number 16 to bat. And the first leading off this inning will be Rachel Snyder. And she fouls one off. Snyder tonight 2 for 2. And she's also been hit by a pitch. She had that pitch that hit off of the starting pitcher tonight, Brianna Parr. She had a hit in the left field and then was hit by a pitch. And that pitch is inside, evening up our count here at 1-1 strike. Top of the 6th inning, though. 9-5, the Lady Cougars lead this one here from Hardinsburg. on a beautiful night for softball. Ground ball down to Castor, and she throws on, and there's the first out of the inning. Brianna Castor again having a busy night, or Bailey Castor, I'm sorry, having a busy night down there at third base. In fact, let's see how many putouts she's had down there. Yes, 8 assists tonight, so a busy game. Showing bunt is Nash. She lays one down. It's a beauty right back to the pitcher, and Nash is safe. An infield bunt hit gets the Lady Cougars their base runner here, and they'll try and add another base runner here in this 6th inning. And it'll now be Shelby Davis who will bat. Davis is 1 for 2. She's hit a sacrifice fly in her first at bat, singled back up the middle, and grounded out to the shortstop. So Nash stands at first. And there's a fly ball. Hit into center field. The center fielder coming on and not going to get it. And a play at second, and she is going to be safe. In there is Nash just ahead of the tag as Peterson was shaded towards the left side. And it was a long play for her, and it just falls in for a base hit for the Lady Cougars. And a long run by Peterson, and Hockenberry's coming out to talk with his team yet again. And again, I like this, that he brings the entire team into the infield to talk once they do. As again, next week, as we can throw this up here while we have a moment, is the softball district tournament. As we will throw up that bracket for you, the Lady Cougars will be playing Butler County at home, 5:30 first pitch on Tuesday. And the winner of that game will play against the winner of Whitesville Trinity and Edmondson County. First pitch for that game is at 7:30 scheduled. So that all of those games in the district tournament will be played at Grayson County High School. So Lady Cougars getting to host that this season. So back to action we come. And Lauren Stevenson coming in. She's 1 for 3. Single to the left fielder, flied out to left, and grounded out to the third baseman. And that's a ball outside. Standing at first base is Davis. At second is Nash. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5 over Breckinridge County. Trying to snap a losing streak before they end the regular season tomorrow night against Hancock County. They've lost 8 in a row. The pitch is inside. Nice stop by Tabor. And falling behind here at 3 balls and no strikes is the pitcher Ford. So Brooke Ford, the next pitch will be her 84th of the game. And that'll be ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk loads the bases now for Aaron Ashley. Ashley is the lone Lady Cougar who has yet to get a hit here tonight. And I'll tell you what, couldn't come at a better place than right now. So 1 out here, bases loaded. Lady Cougars lead this one by 4. It'd be nice to add some insurance runs. And they'll turn to Ashley, the 9-hole batter. And that pitch is ball, and a 5th straight ball here. And some visible frustration out on the mound by the senior pitcher, Brooke Ford. And there's a called strike right down Broadway. Brooks' line so far, Ford's line, 5 1/3. 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks. And that pitch just misses for a ball. And our count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. So you have a lot of energy coming from that Lady Cougar dugout, something that you really like to see. There's a blooper right to the second baseman, Critchlow, and there's the second out of the inning. So it'll be Kenzie Renfro. That will now come up here with the bases loaded. 2 outs now. Renfro 1 for 3. She led off the game with a walk, singled to the center fielder, grounded out to the third baseman, and reached on an error. Bet you she'd like to knock one in here. And she swings at the first pitch. The shortstop is going to race to the bag and just gets in ahead. So a fielder's choice, 6 unassisted, gets the runner Davis at third. And the Lady Cougars strand them loaded. So through 5.5, it's 9-5 as this is Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
You've probably heard life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. They were referencing the Litchfield Peddler. This indoor flea market has over 100 booths full of clothing, furniture, antiques, collectibles, and more. With a convenient drive-through for a complete line of tobacco products, the Litchfield Peddler really is your one-stop shop. The Litchfield Peddler. You never know what you're going to get. Call 270-259-9941 or stop in the store. 311 West White Oak Street, located across the street from Litchfield City Hall.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Lindsay O'Neill remains in the game to pitch here for the Lady Cougars, and leading off, Savannah Young. So the 9-hole hitter, so it'll be 9-1-2. For Breckinridge County here. And Eddie Anderson talked with the home plate umpire for probably about 30 seconds in that last stoppage of play, as I think they were just still looking at the lineup card. So leading off again, Savannah Young. She's 0 for 2. She grounded out in a little double play on a great play by the second baseman, Davis. Davis went over the shoulder to grab and fired back to first to pick off the runner who was at first at the time, and then she's also reached on an error as Young. She watches the first pitch ball and make that 2 in a row from Lindsay O'Neill. O'Neill in 9, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, none of them have been earned, and 3 strikeouts. And there's a blooper. And Davis isn't getting enough to move for this one. And there's the first out of this inning. Looking at the line score here for tonight's game, as the Lady Cougars here tonight have scored 9 runs on 14 hits and 3 errors. For Breckinridge County, 5 runs on 8 hits and 5 errors of their own. So a little bit of a sloppy game. Lady Cougars scored 6 in the top of the first, 2 in the top of the second, and 1 in the top of the fifth. Breck scored 1 in the bottom of the first and 4 in the bottom of the fourth. That one's lined off the netting and foul. As the sun is starting to set here in Hardinsburg. The lights are on though. And that pitch just misses for ball 1. That was O'Neill's 71st pitch of the game. And that one just misses as well. And that'll work our count here to 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lady Cougars leading this one 9-5. Sam Gormley here with you, bringing you the coverage from Hardinsburg. And our count moves to 3 balls here and 1 strike. As this is our final regular season broadcast here of the season for Lady Cougar softball. There's a ground ball in the hole. Duvall picks, throws, and got her. Oh, she's safe. Bang, bang play. The umpire was the closest one to it. And an infield hit for Bailey Castor to get a possible rally here started for Breckinridge County. So a nice play by Duvall to get over there and fire, and just missed her as a bang, bang play. And I thought they got her by half a step, but the umpire was right there on top of it. So it'll be Chloe Peterson now. And she'll ground one to Duvall. Duvall throws on to second. Davis, the relay is out. Double play. 6-4-3 ends the inning. And through 6 innings, the Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5. This is Lady Cougar softball right here on Facebook Watch.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
At the core, most any farm is a family, and I'm proud to work with my family every day.
It's hard to explain if you haven't experienced it, but farming is not just a living, it is a lifestyle.
You've got to love what you do. I love farming.
I think a lot of people are very happy to know that neighbors, people like us, are the ones raising their food.
And we want our neighbors to enjoy the same product that we serve to our family.
Kentucky Farm Families.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
Sam Gormley back here with you from Hardinsburg, Kentucky, where the Lady Cougars lead this one 9-5 as we head into the 7th inning, trying to add some big-time insurance runs, and it'll be Lindsey O'Neill to lead off. So the 2-3-5 hitters, so it'll be O'Neill, Duvall, and Bailey Snyder. So 9-5 again is our score. So again, Castor likes to hold on to that third base line. She practically stands on third base, and it's paid off tonight. And working her 7th inning, Brooke Ford, her first pitch is a ball. The Lady Cougars have had more success against her than they did when they played back at the Lady Cougar softball complex. She threw 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, and didn't give up a run. Tonight, though, the Lady Cougars against Ford have had 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, and 3 walks. The break-even pitch coming to O'Neill is high for ball 2. So really, you got to give a shout-out to the Grayson County faithful down to our right. They've been loud the entire game cheering on their Lady Cougars. And that one's ripped off the netting down the left field line. And that'll even up our count here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So I'm not sure how much of it picks up on the mic, but you can hear them chanting and screaming between the Lady Cougar fans and the Lady Cougar dugout. Lively finding themselves with this lead. And O'Neill swings through that one. It gets away from the catcher Tabor. She'll throw on, and there is the first out of this inning. So Maddie Duvall comes in 1 for 3. She doubled over the head of the right fielder, reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out to the third baseman, and has walked tonight. Ford's pitch to Duvall. Just misses for ball 1. Pitch in the dirt. Duvall, nice eye, watches that one. And that moves the count here to 2 balls and no strikes. And called strike. And again, that inside corner, this umpire has been consistent in calling it all game long. And that one just misses, moving our count here to 3 balls and 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning, we are 1 out. Lady Cougars trying to snap an 8-game losing streak and avenge a loss that they had earlier this season. And ball 4, so Duvall gets on base. And Bailey Snyder will now step in. She has walked, singled, and lined out and flied out. So the next pitch from Ford will be pitch number 100. Tonight, as Ford did not start the game, but she came in for the 6th batter of the game after an injury to their starting pitcher, and Snyder rips one down the left field line over the head of the third baseman, and immediately getting over is Denner to get that one. But the Lady Cougars have a little bit of a rally going here in the 9th inning, or the 7th inning. And as runners here on first and second with one out. And Rachel Snyder coming in, who has swung the bat well tonight. Singled twice, hit by a pitch, and grounded out to third. And she fouls that one off. And there's a fly ball. Hit behind the third baseman. Bowman is under, and there is the second out of the inning. So it'll now go to Jenna Nash. If the Lady Cougars want to add another insurance run here, they lead by 4. But if they want to add another one, it's going to be up to Jenna Nash. And that pitch is a ball, the first one there to Nash. Nash tonight, 3 for 4. Had a bunt single, a single to the left fielder, and a single to the center fielder. And she hits one right back to the pitcher Ford, who throws on to first. And that is the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Can the Lady Cougars snap the losing streak? We'll find out here coming up, as this is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
The sun is shining, flowers are blooming, everything is starting to look nice again. Your home should too. Call Nick's Power Clean for all your soft wash and cleaning needs. Nick can make your house shine from top to bottom, offering soft wash system for homes, shingle roof cleaning, concrete scrubbing, gutter cleaning, brightening vinyl fences, and more. Call 270-230-2776 to get your home looking great again. Once again, that's Nick's Power Clean at 270-230-2776.
I'm that guy, the one who never finished high school, worked for a company that shut down. That guy who felt lost. Then I started free adult education classes, saw an opportunity. Forget minimum wage. How about maximum wage? And now, I'm that guy.
Text My Job to 74700 for free Kentucky Adult Education Skills U classes.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
We head here to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lindsay O'Neill is going to try and shut down the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers and snap this losing streak for the Lady Cougars, and they need this one in the worst kind of way. And the leading off will be Bowman, and the first pitch to her is a ball. So if you just joined us, the Lady Cougars scored 8 runs in the first 2 innings and scored an insurance run in the 5th. And that's how they scored their 9 runs. Breck County scored 1 in the bottom of the first, and 4 in the bottom of the 4th. And that's how we've gotten to our 9-5 score. 3 straight balls, though, leading off here to Keely Bowman. The wind of the pitch, called strike. Lady Cougars 3 outs away from snapping this 8-game losing streak. And there's a fly ball off to the right side, under it. And we do have a new first baseman in the game, I see. As it looks like Gracie Franklin down there, and she snags that for the first out of the inning. So a pop foul out, and Franklin gets under that one. So in for Reagan Cave down there. And there's a fly ball into center. Renfro goes back, and she gets it. And the Breckinridge County Lady Tigers are down to their final out. And Ashlyn White will try to keep this one going. Lindsay O'Neill trying to finish this one off and snap the losing streak. She winds, she throws, and called strike. I'm not sure if she was swinging or not, but the umpire calls it anyways. 9-5, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch is a fly ball hit into shallow center field. Renfro's under, and there it is! The Lady Cougars have snapped the losing streak and come back to defeat Breckinridge County by a final score of 9-5. We'll tell you how they did it and more here coming up, as this is Lady Cougar Softball right here on Facebook Watch.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or FDB.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Ralph's Market, just 10 minutes from Nolin Lake and the center of the Nolin community. They have something for everyone. When you're hungry, stop in to enjoy Ralph's full line of hot deli or their new pizza options. If you're headed to the lake, Ralph's has you covered with bait and tackle, as well as the gas to get you there. Always guaranteed to be greeted with a smile in this family-oriented atmosphere. Call 270-242-9339 or stop by any day of the week from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Ralph's Market.
Hey, I'm returning your stuff. Your motor oil, your paint, and all your other trash. You dumped it on the ground and it washed down the storm drain and into my water. Don't let it happen again. Or next time, I won't be so nice.
Stop polluting Kentucky's water by keeping trash off the ground. To find out how you can help, visit our website.
Well, as they always say, streaks are meant to be broken. Tonight, the Lady Cougars did just that, snapping an 8-game losing streak and defeating Breckinridge County by a final score of 9-5. As just a game that the key was, and I think I even said it in the opener, or at least in the first inning, was getting off to a good start. They needed that to just get the momentum going in their way, and that's exactly what they did tonight, as they scored 8 runs in the first 2 innings. And Lindsay O'Neill pitched probably her best game of the entire season tonight, and it showed behind a 9-5 victory over the Lady Tigers of Breckinridge County. So the Lady Cougars advance or improved to 6-23 on the season. Breckinridge County falls to 15-15. And I'll tell you what, a win is a win is a win. And when you snap a losing streak, you could hear it and you could see it down when the team was celebrating that they needed this win. And it's a big win moving forward here, going into the next couple of weeks here, as you have the season ending tomorrow at Hancock County, and then they will head to the district tournament next week at home, playing Butler County on Tuesday, to try and see how far this season can possibly stretch. But this is a good start. You got to win one and start getting the momentum here, and they'll try and do that again against Hancock County tomorrow night. We'll run down the stats and the recap here coming up here, as this is the postgame show right here on Facebook Watch.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When you or a loved one is ready to seek help for a drug addiction, don't let the moment pass. Instead of wasting precious time searching the internet and spending hours on the phone, you can find help now. because the keys to finding treatment are right at your fingertips. Go online to findhelpnowky.org. Answer 5 optional questions, and in less than a minute, get a list of every Kentucky-based treatment provider accepting clients. Findhelpnowky.org. Finding addiction treatment is easier than ever.
Lindsay O'Neill was the winning pitcher here tonight. She threw 7 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, but none of them were earned, with 3 strikeouts tonight, and what's going to go down as one of her better performances here of this season. Couldn't come at a better time trying to move forward and continue this season for the Lady Cougars. They need the momentum heading into the final week here of this regular season. Breck County, the starting pitcher tonight was Brianna Parr. She only lasted 5 batters after leaving with an injury, and we send our best wishes to her and hope for a speedy recovery as she was hit by a line drive off of her thigh. So hopefully that injury is nothing too serious and she is able to come back during their next game. Parr, though, threw 0 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, and walked a batter. Brooke Ford came on in relief through 7 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 strikeout, and 4 walks. Running down the stats here for the Lady Cougars offensively, you have Kenzie Renfro. She went 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Lindsay O'Neill went 3 for 5. Maddie Duvall went 1 for 3. She scored 2 runs and also knocked in 2 runs. Bailey Snyder had an RBI and 2 hits. Rachel Snyder had 2 hits, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Jenna Nash had 3 hits. She went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Shelby Davis and Lauren Stevenson also added RBIs for this Lady Cougar team. The RBIs for Breck County came from 2 from Amber Miller. And those 2 from Miller raised her season total to 15. Keely Bowman, she had 1, raising her season total to 44. And Chloe Peterson had her 24th RBI for the 4 runs RBI-wise that Breck County scored here today. You had 3 hits from Bailey Castor. She also had a busy day out at third base. 2 hits from Morgan Tabor, 1 each from Chloe Denner, Amber Miller, Keely Bowman, and Chloe Peterson. We'll tell you how everything happened here coming up, as this is Lady Cougar Softball on Facebook Watch.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to the Lady Cougar Softball Complex, or not to Lady Cougar Softball Complex. We're here at Breckinridge County, where the Lady Cougars win this one by a final score of 9-5 here. As we will run down here your recap of the game. Lady Cougars weathered that push by the Lady Tigers in the 4th inning, where they did cough up 4 runs, but they still won this game by a final score of 9-5. Big inning for Breck County came thanks to a triple by Amber Miller, a single from Chloe Peterson, and an error on a ball put in play by Savannah Young. Lady Cougars opened up the scoring in the 1st inning when Maddie Duvall doubled on a 1-2 pitch, scoring 2 runs. Lindsay O'Neill was credited with the victory. She went 7 innings, allowing 5 runs on 9 hits, striking out 3, and didn't walk a batter. Brianna Parr took the loss. She surrendered 5 runs on 4 hits, walking 1. Lady Cougars totaled 15 hits. O'Neill, Jenna Nash, Shelby Davis, Bailey Snyder, and Rachel Snyder all managed multiple hits. Nash and O'Neill each collected 3 apiece. For the Lady Tigers, they totaled 9 hits in the game. Bailey Castor and Morgan Tabor each managed multiple hits, while Castor went 3 for 4 to lead them in hits. So that pretty much wraps us up here tonight for the regular season of Lady Cougar Softball as they win this one by a final score of 9-5. So we want to thank you for tuning in all season long, as we'll want to let you know to follow us on Twitter at K105 Sports, as we will hope to have an official announcement based on how much district tournament action we will be allowed to do, as there's some rules that we're trying to see how much we can work around and how much we can show. So be sure to follow us on Twitter at K105Sports. That is where we will let you know how much coverage we will be able to bring you come district tournament time. So again, the final score tonight here, Grayson County defeats Breckinridge County 9-5. I would like to thank our crew here for helping us out all season long, Chase Minton and Cody Brock. They're superstars helping us out all year long, so we want to make sure to thank them for all of the hard work that they have done this season. So until possibly next week, on a night where the Lady Cougars improve to 6-23 and snap that 8-game losing streak, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.